Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing this morning, this lovely Wednesday morning? Hopefully, you had a good night. Mine was okay. You know, it's it's November 6th. So anyway, I worked really hard last night, I worked really hard during the day yesterday, so I slept really good last night. So no complaints there. No complaints there. Ooh, I feel like my water bottle is leaking here. So we are in NetGalley November. How's everybody's NetGalley November going? Anybody finished any books? Uh, I can't say I've even started any NetGalley books. I was still trying to get some off my list. So I'm hoping to start one today um, and go from there. Okay. So let me see. Where am I at? I'm trying to figure out where my cursor is, y'all. Sorry, I'm a mess as usual. I plan to work out on the first sprint, getting up early on Wednesday. I'm not normally a Wednesday sprinter, but you know what? I chose some time supporting some neck galley there, okay? Hey, Sherry. Hi. Oh, Cherie. Hello. How are you doing? I'm burying my head in books today. And I know, facts, right? Facts. I went to bed already knowing some outcomes that I didn't need to know, like need to get clarified. So when I woke up, it was already clarified for me. But yeah, I agree with you on that one, okay? Good morning to you too, y'all. Hey, take solace in your books. They're always consistent for us, right? Hello, lovely Jaleesa. I took out work. I didn't sleep well. You know what? I feel like I work a very physical job. I'm in healthcare. So I feel like that's almost like my melatonin right there. Like, even if my brain will just, us ladies, sometimes our brain just doesn't shut off. We got a lot going on in it. We got a lot of responsibilities in our head, right? That other people don't see and don't understand until those things don't get done, right? But with all of that, my body's just exhausted. So if I sit long enough or lay down long enough, my body will just kick in and make itself go to sleep because it has no choice. When you get bone weary and tired, there's nothing you can do. Eventually, your body's going to shut down. So that is what happened to me yesterday. My brain was just kind of going around in circles, and then it just was like, you know what? This body needs to shut the heck down. Otherwise, something's going to happen to it. So I'm waking up rested, not at peace, but I'm rested. I'm keeping my hotel home today and just going from there. Hi, Delara. How are you doing? Sorry for what's going on in the U.S. and the you guys hugs. You know what? It is what it is. It's a new day. I think certain groups of people have no choice but to be resilient. It's going through history, and that's just where it's going to leave. So let's see what happens moving on. I think, I would like to say that, like, not that I wish any ill will among things or chaos, because I'm definitely not a chaos person. But you know what? A low key part of me would love some chaos to pop off to be like, you know what? You see, this is what you thought. There you go. That's what you supported, right? But we'll see. I wouldn't mind chaos to be inflicted upon those that aren't used to it. I think other people are so used to it all the time that, you just kind of get used to disappointment. But it's sad to live in a state of, I'm used to disappointment. So, you let it affect you for a little bit, then you roll it off. But, that's just how it is sometimes. Cherie says hi to Jaleesa. Jaleesa says hi to Cherie. I'm here to read Breaking Free by Rachel Jeffs and write my cozy mystery. Ooh, cozies. Okay. Well, I wish you luck. I wish you, I don't know, what's a good number? Like 800 words. I don't know. I'm assuming that's that's a good number. What is Breaking Free about? Let me know. Cherie finished 4 NetGalley books so far. Whoa, you are rocking and rolling. Okay, I ain't mad at it. Read one from me. Any good recommendations? I've been so busy. I'm doing house stuff. I've been working a lot. I just haven't really had a whole lot of time to read. However, oh, shameless plug. I did finish Who's That Girl by Eve. That was at the end of last month, but still, I finished that. So if y'all are interested in a review, you can go to my channel. If not, then don't worry about it. But it's just been so busy this month. And I was trying to get this, like, this is nonfiction November. So I was trying to get my little nonfiction books out of the way. And I got one. And then this other one, I swear, y'all, reads like a textbook. And I'm just like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do, right? I think I'm going to extend it out the rest of the month because I think it's just going to take forever. It's just so slow going. It's interesting, so I don't want to DNF. And it's a graphic novel. It's just a lot going on. So I don't have it with me right here, but it's called Pillars of Civilization, talking about humanity. But I think I'm going to pause and just read a little bit throughout the month and get on to my NetGalley. So that's what I plan to do today. I just got to figure out which one. We shall see. Hello. How are you doing, Jonah? What's going on? Let's see. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? Getting into bed at 11 p.m. You had a busy night. I tell you that. These sprints have been going, right? So y'all should know this already. But we got right here, we got lovely Nicole from Australia. And she's the host of NetGalley November, the main host, the brainchild, the master child extraordinaire, with some much deserved sleep for sprinting so long. So I wish you well. Okay. Sorry I couldn't stay so long yesterday. My body was breaking down. My mind was breaking down. I was getting into a bad mood and I was exhausted. Okay. I kept going in and out of sleep. And then by the time I was like, let me get off the internet and just go to sleep, my brain was just like, oh. But like I said earlier, eventually your body and your brain just get in sync and you're just like drilling on yourself. That's what happened. Jaleesa read The Last Beekeeper as my NetGalley book for NetGalley November. It was good. Post-apocalyptic eco thriller. Ooh, okay, that sounds interesting. Okay. So you say eco thriller. Okay, so I'm assuming the world is going to hand in a handbasket due to some sort of natural disaster, right? Does that involve like crazy things happening to the people? I don't want to give anything away for you to give anything away. I'm just curious. You know what? Let me go and get a little notepad so I can write down some of these books too. I'll be right back. Right back. Let me know what y'all are reading, by the way, so I can be aware. Okay. God. Ooh, that hurts. I almost tweaked my ankle there, y'all. Am I going to need that for my workout? Okay. So Jaleesa read The Last Beekeeper. That sounds so familiar, but I don't know if it's just sounding like something else. Okay. There we go. Jonah is popping in real quick to boot the like button. Gotta run and pretend to be a responsible adult. I completely understand, Jonah. Okay, well, you have a fantastic day, and I hope that adulting goes very well for you, okay? Stay safe in them streets. Hey, Laura, how are you doing today? What is going on in the world there? Brooklyn, hello. Have a lovely day in sprints. I'm about to end mine. I saw that. I said hi, and then I looked at the time. I was like, holy cow, I need to get going. Oh, no, you were good. You were good. Take your time, Miss Lady. Take your time, okay? Hopefully sprints went well, okay? And you got some good reading in. I just woke up, kind of roll out of bed type thing. Hey, Paula, how are you doing, lovely lady? What's going on? Sorry, big sneeze. I felt it coming, right? Hey, Delora, morning, about a Mormon cult, how she survived her father's and a cult's abuse. Ooh, okay. FL, oh, I know that. Later Day Saints. What's the F stand for? Oh my gosh, what's the F? I forgot what the F stands for. Founders, fathers. I can't remember. Anyway, I understand. I know that's that big cult church, or a church that many people follow. It's the cult's name. You might have seen it. Girls in pastel dresses and polygamy. Yes, and there is a documentary, I think, on Warren Jeffs that I keep seeing. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not, but that is something that I keep seeing. I think it's a Netflix documentary or something like that. Well, that ought to definitely be interesting. Okay. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing, Miss Lady? What's going on? Nicole says, thank you. All we need is, yes, we definitely need some rest. Need some rest. And if you can't get it naturally, melatonin is always a good thing. I definitely get a good night's sleep if I take melatonin and a cup of tea right before bed. No, I don't even need the caffeinated. I use decaf. It's just that soothing aspect of the tea. And I don't think melatonin necessarily puts me to sleep, but when I do sleep, I sleep very, very sound. So that's one thing about me with melatonin there. So try it if you ever have any sleep issues, okay? Paula says to get yourself some much needed rest, Nicole. Exactly, right? Exactly. You put in some hard days, lady. Erin, hello. Reading Christmas is All Around by Martha Waters. Yeah, we are already in Christmas season, right? Isn't that crazy? Christmas is all right. Is that a is all around? Is that a romance? And I always think Christmas books and romance because for the most part, that's what I see them as a romance. Although I did read some Christmas horror year before last, so I really did enjoy that. Hey Dee Dee, how are you doing today? What's going on in your neck of the world? Paul Lawrence Dun. Did I say that right? Or Dunby? How is that going? What type of book is that? Jaleesa says, right. The bees are extinct, the great collapse, and it affected agriculture. So people kind of experienced a famine. There's a mystery to it because someone holds the secret to the cause. Ooh, okay. I wonder if that's reversible too. Yeah, people underestimate the value that bees and other wildlife contribute to the pollination and the spread of like seeds and things like that to populate what's the term I'm looking for? To grow our food, very interesting. Very interesting. I could see how that could be a dystopian dystopian book. Uh, oh, thank you. Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Okay, Dunbar. The Life and Times of a Caged Bird. Ooh, that sounds very poignant, and I don't even know anything about it. Do tell. I'm just thinking of Maya Angelou when you say that title, but I know it's different. Thank you. Got those allergies going on. Fundamentalist. Thank you. See, that word was not even on my mind, right? Okay, but it was in there. I would have, if I would have sat and sat with myself, I would have gotten in the fundamentalist Latter-day Saints. Oh my God, y'all. I have not had any tea. This is my first water of the day. I haven't worked out. Yesterday was a long day. Whew. It's been a long 2 days, y'all. Between editing and reading and Canva designing today. Oh, you got a lot going on. I know those can definitely take up some time. Okay, well, get to it. Don't stress out about it, though, okay? Romance. Okay, I knew it. I bet you it's a fun time. Okay, enjoy. Get into the holiday season. Is everybody gearing towards Christmas, or are y'all still thinking of like spooky season? And you know what? Notice you can tell I'm a true American, right? I've already bypassed Thanksgiving, right? So sad, right? Thanksgiving does not get love. Christmas, romance, and mysteries and thrillers. Yeah, those would be a fun time. I try to stay away from the romance parts unless it encompasses another genre, something different. Those are always a good time. I like a good, interesting take on a Christmas book. Hey, Brittany, how are you doing, lovely lady? What's going on? Grace is listening to Sunlight by Denby Perry on audiobook during sprints. Ooh, okay. How are you liking Sunlight? I'm just writing what books y'all were saying. Sunlight by Denby Perry. Just in case I want to look them up. You never know. Let me know what that is about. You're going to be finished that today, right? Oh, he's a poet. Okay. There you go. So is it written in verse or anything like that? Or just talking about his life? Aiming to finish Devin Mays Because of Her, 70 pages left. Oh, everybody's kind of close. Okay. I'm liking that. Okay. Because of Her. I can't spell today, but that's okay. What is that about? My cursor just jumped. There we go. And that's where Maya's title came from. Ooh, oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, so truthfully, when we hear of Maya Angelou's poem, we should really be thinking of this Dunbar guy. Okay, versus the other way around. Good to know. Okay, thank you very much. I had no idea. Girl. Girl. I mean, I didn't expect it to go any other way. I'm not a fan, but I'm not shocked. I'm just going to be honest. So we shall see, Stay in Paris. um, good so far. Awesome. Looking towards Christmas so I can shop ahead of time. It is always good that if you are going to do the Christmas shopping thing, I can't say I'm a fan and that I do it every year. But if you're going to do it, I think it's good to look ahead and, do it over time versus all at once. It lessens the brunt on your psyche and your pocketbook. Okay. I'm always a fan of that. I actually used to buy Christmas gifts throughout the year, so that when it came around, I really didn't have a whole lot of shopping. I enjoyed doing it that way. I think what really got me out of it is that my husband's family tends to be very particular. And maybe this is just me. I just felt like whatever I was getting was not good enough. So I stopped doing that. So now I'm just like, whatever, I don't care anymore. I think that I've changed a whole lot of things and how I felt about certain holidays. And at this point, I just feel like I don't really care anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a funk. I don't know. Grace says, I will finish today. Awesome. And the reason I say is families, because my family's not here. So we just kind of do cash because I'm not shipping gifts all over the world, that type thing. So. Brittany is putting up your tree this weekend. Oh my gosh. Oh, Canadian. Okay. I'm gonna take back my shocking. I'm just like, man, Thanksgiving got no love. Thanksgiving in October, so we don't have another holiday after Halloween. Okay, that makes sense, Brittany. I'm gonna retract my statement. Okay. I'm like, man. But I do know some people that do that right after Halloween, put up Christmas stuff. It's like, but you know what? If you're one of those people that go all out for Christmas, it's a big holiday. There's a whole lot of commercialism when it comes to like lights and things you can buy and pretty nature. I don't know. I enjoy it. I think it's good to put it up a long time. So if you're going to take forever, you might as well get it done earlier. Like I never understood, and no shame to anybody that does it. I never understood the whole I'm putting up Christmas stuff the day before Christmas and then taking it down right after New Year. I never understood that. Like, if you're waiting for family, you're gonna do like a tree or something small. But I'm talking about people that like put up like house lights galore, all of these things, like the day before Christmas. I don't get it, you know. But I also know some people don't celebrate. So if y'all don't celebrate, hey, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But your tree is always pretty in the background. I like how when you do your holiday stuff and you sit in front of the tree and do your reviews. Biography about his life. Ooh, I bet you he lived a really interesting life for sure. Maya Angelou's got to pull from it, right? Jaleesa says, FYI, since there's more than one book called The Last Beekeeper, the one I read is Julie Carrick Dalton. That is good to know. Let me write that down. By Julie Carrick Dalton. Good to go. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Paula is bouncing between two NetGalley reads. Okay, let's see where we at. What we got? So you have Love and Other Cages. Other Cages. And it's a YA contemporary thriller romance. And Snowed by Twist Feeling. I like that name. Okay. I like unique names. It's a middle grade thriller. Y'all, middle grade has been making some rounds. Okay. Now, I can't say I'm a big middle grade reader. I will every once in a while. But middle grade has been having a come up. Okay. I've been seeing a whole lot more people read some middle grades. And I'm like, whoo, that's a good premise. My only thing is that, you know, I know there's some limitations and some things they can add to it. But, you know, if y'all like, I'm going to say if you like cozies for things, don't sleep on some of these middle grade books. I'm one of those people that I definitely like adults. Like, I'm like, okay, where's the intimacy? Where is the knife throwing? You know, some of those things. But if you like cozy where you don't really get into all of that so much, middle grade could definitely be up in there with some really good plots. Okay. Just a FYI. Jaleesa, I can't be bothered to think about the holidays. I'm worried for the next 4 years. Girl, stop worrying. It's here. It's going to happen. Just let it flow and just watch yourself and be safe. Okay. I feel like we got through the four before. I think it's going to be more of a show now. But, you know, it's what you got to do. It's fresh in all of this stuff, but I've been preparing myself for a while. I've been telling people for quite a bit. I know how this is going to go. I don't see it. This is America. Okay. I was speaking with a patient's family yesterday. They kind of engaged me about how she went to this church to vote, and she was older white lady, right? But I was speaking with her about how she had said she went to vote and she waited till the last minute because we were talking about how I dropped my ballot. I'm sorry, y'all. This election stuff for America. If y'all aren't American, you're going to be hearing about it a lot. If you're watching anything on the news about America, any sprints in which Americans are participating, we're in shock about a few things. I mean, not really shocked, just, you know, it's been polar and for a while. But anyway, so I apologize in advance. I try not to harp too much, okay, on it, but you know. But I was speaking with a family member. She was talking about how she waited till the last minute to vote. And I was telling her I did mine in advance because I just didn't, you know, for one, I worked, which I didn't want to, but I kind of got suckered into it. But I was saying I did mine in advance because I didn't want to like be out in the streets. And, you know, I've heard some very bad things on the internet, but also, you know, I have family in Texas, and there was some real sketchy things that my family experienced with voting last year that brought you back to the like 1950s and 60s, which was not a good time for many groups of people, despite the past being the best time, right? So I wasn't trying to be out there, but she was just telling me her voting experience of going to this church and voting. And you can just see even with her, and I think she was on the side that won, but either way, she was, she just seemed a little freaked out, like some things were kind of sketchy that happened, like somebody looked at her ballot and, was trying to have her scan it and stuff. And I was just like I was just trying to be professional, but I was like, that just seems a bit odd. And she was like, you think? Because I was uncomfortable, and I was just telling her, doing it in the future, because I filled mine out and then went and dropped it at the source instead of going in the building and doing my whole little thing. And I was just, and she, time, time just gets away from you, even though you have tons of time. But she was just like, I think I'm going to do that because it just was a bit sketchy of how some things went. But we were just talking about, people lack of respect and just some of the sketchy things that go on and inequalities and stuff. And she was just saying that it never used to be like that. I can't believe that this is America. Like this is, it's just a sad time. And I'm just sitting there like looking at her. I'm like, it is unfortunate, but we have different experiences. And I think my experiences in life have definitely been a bit different than yours. So we can politely agree to disagree. And I just left it at that, but very interesting. But yeah, don't lose too much sleep, Jaleesa. Okay. Take solace in your books and move on. Okay. Hello, Brittany's Books and Random Things. I love the name. How are you doing today? Emmy, it's a childhood friends to strangers to lovers, second chance romance. Slow burn, which I'm not a fan of, but this has been all right. So, any spice? It doesn't sound like it. Let me know. Paula, it's a birthday month. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Read some books and put up your Christmas tree. Okay, I'm for that. Don't shift to Christmas mode until mine and my sister-in-law's birthday have passed. Okay, I get you. Get all the good major holidays out the way, and that includes your birthday. Okay, I'm for that. Happy early birthday. I'm hoping I should be around when your birthday actually comes, but happy birthday. Mentally ready for Christmas, but still need to do shopping. I got too many things going on. I don't know about shopping and stuff. I'm sure I'll do something, but yeah. I think shopping to me loses its allure because I don't have my family here. But also, kids are growing. I think kids in that commercial arena of buying gifts and stuff, to me, I enjoy a good gift for a kid because you have genuine joy with them. Adults can be kind of wishy-washy and they get particular. I also don't like when adults tell me what to get for a kid. That really bugs me because it takes the joy out of what I really wanted to give them. And I get it, especially when it's your kid, you may be particular about what you want to bring into your home. But, I've gone against the grain about what people have said to get for their kid or the things they omitted. And I got something that the kid truly enjoyed. And I saw the light in the kid's eyes and it was fun, So it's like, you said to do this. I did this. The kid really enjoyed this. I don't know. Most of my family, the kids are getting up there. So it's like, I don't know. I'm in a funk, y'all. I'm in a funk. We should be reading soon. Youngest daughter's birthday and it's December 21st. Oh, yeah, you got to have that distinction because otherwise you kind of get lost in the sauce with the birthday. And that's no fun. She should have her day. Have her day. You know what? Have two distinct days too. Because some people will they'll combine your birthday with Christmas, like on the day. And I really don't think that's fair. Just make it 2 gift giving days, Good morning, Miss Elena. What's going on, Miss Lady? What's going on? Christmas sorted over September, October, November. There you go. See, you got time. I agree with that. No tech December, always crazy month wise because regulars plus Christmas people. Everybody got to be looking cute, okay? Got to be cute, okay? I agree with that one. Hopefully you got tipped really well. Or is that even really a thing? I'm not sure. I have this thing about all these tips going on. Hey, Kiana, how are you doing? What's going on? Oh, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. I hope you wake up refreshed. Sometimes tears and laughing, they're opposites, but tears and laughing can be very therapeutic. Do it and then move on, okay? Every year I'm going to shop early, but I feel every year. I get little, see, what I do is I get little things that I think are cool throughout the year. And then around the holiday time, then I designate who gets it. You know, the thing though is that everybody gets older. Some of these things don't really fit into the mix. So then I have this donation pile because I like to donate to charities around the holidays. Since I don't necessarily get to give gifts to people, I like to donate gifts to organizations instead of money and stuff. Although I do the Salvation Army little bucket, you know. But so I always have a whole box of things to give as gifts to organizations. What I've been having an issue with is the last 2 years is that I don't go too many places. So I generally do the boxes at work, and they've been like doing sketchy stuff like they're not out, or they picked it up, or oh, it wasn't here, it'll be here next time, and it's not. And then I'm stuck with these little gifts. Or the place that I normally take it to, that I waited to, that I haven't been for a while, was no longer there. So now I'm stuck with these gifts. That has happened quite a bit of time. I'm going to make coffee. Got 3 books from the library. Okay. And the zoo. Girl, you have a whole vibe day. I want to be you today. Okay. I hope you enjoy all of that. Okay. Books, animals, and you got some food and a drink. I'm not mad at any of that at all. Hey, Mary. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? The result, I knew it in my head before I went to bed. So when I woke up, I was not surprised. Hey, Livia, how are you doing today? What's going on? Exactly. And take breaks, okay? Does the LA Zoo, I've never been there. I've been to the San Diego Zoo, which is amazing. But does the LA Zoo have those little trams? You know what I'm talking about? It's like the hop on and off bus. So you don't have to walk around the whole time. It takes you, on the tram past the exhibits. I like zoos like that because some exhibits, I don't necessarily have to get out for, but I don't want to walk the whole time. I'm tired. Comfy shoes, wear your sunscreen, bring a hat, plenty of water, all of that jazz. Okay. The Vanquisher series by Kaylin Byron is a good middle grade and feels cozy and as vampires. Kaylin Byron can write some books, y'all. Really good time. You don't have to think too much. Sometimes contains a little real world stuff, but not too in-depth in there. Good time. Not enough focus on the economy. Good morning. Y'all, yeah, get your books in. Get your books in, Native Queen, okay? Hello, how are you doing, Bookish Bowen? What's going on? Everybody saying hello to each other. I know I've been talking a bit, y'all. We're gonna go to the sprint soon. Zoo trip sounds exciting. It does sound fun, right? Get your mind off some stuff. That's always a good time. Animals are therapeutic. Just don't get close to them cages. I hate when people get close to these cages or get in them or do some sketchy stuff, and then they want to blame animals. You already know where you're going, to their territory. So don't blame animals when bad stuff happens when you do something bad. Not to say you're going to do it later. I'm just speaking in general. Laurel, The Vanquishers is one of my all-time favorite middle grade. How many books are in that? And do you have to read them all together? Like continual from one character to the next. Laura says hello to Livia. The whole world knows about it and has been watching. Yep. I think the only people that are in support of what actually went down and are happy about it are Americans. People outside of us are like, what the hell? But it is, Olivia says hello to everybody. Oh, yes, Elena is here. Hello. I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody that does not show up because I know in my comments sometimes a Tia doesn't show up. So if you're here, girl, hey, how you doing? Everybody says hello. Lots of hellos in the house. We're going to start the next sprint shortly. Oh, yeah, I like some spice. Don't you hate when a book looks like it's going towards and it's just closed doors or side swipes it? At least kiss. I'd be pissed if I read a real book and there's no kissing in it and it looks like there's a romance interest. Handmade gifts. Ooh, that ought to be fun. And those are definitely personalized. I like that idea. Disappointing time makes me lose faith in humanity. Ah, shake your head, y'all. Oh man, today isn't a drinking day. Otherwise, I would like to do that. But you know what? I'm gonna have just lots of tea and water and call it a day. Oh my gosh. Reading Target, Alex Cross by James Patterson. Yeah, he's another one. But yeah, okay. He is definitely been a popular with that particular book. Isn't a thing here except maybe in restaurants. Yeah, American tipping culture is out of control. Luckily, you have to subscribe to that. I like the idea of what you say the price is what it is, and now I have to pad in some stuff. More to worry about because immigrant children and I've already financially suffered when they raised the cost of paperwork. When you was, yeah, yeah. But people forget about that, but they don't. That's because they're not really checking for. I'm trying to get away from. I don't want to be a negative Nancy today, but yes, I agree with you on. I agree with you. There's some things we got to look out for sure. Yeah, well, that's what I like about other countries. You don't worry about like all this tipping madness, but it seems to. I feel like this whole tipping thing, when Americans are prevalent in it, it becomes a thing. I remember when I visited Portugal, I was talking to people about tipping, and they were saying that no, it's generally not the case, but they've seen more and more Americans visit, and this culture is like kind of bleeding in to where now there's tip jars, and stuff like that. So, yeah. Switch things up and make presents for people this year because I've been between jobs and money is very tight. I'm a big fan of, I don't believe you need to spend a bunch of money in order to show love. Now, does everybody else agree with that? I don't know. Okay. To me, it's the fact that you gave somebody a gift. I think it wasn't until I got married and kind of realized that that money aspect is much more important and names than anything. My family never really cared about that, but I don't know. I don't know. I've been soured on gift giving in the last few years. So I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow when my husband's family talks about what we're going to do for Christmas. I just kind of go with the flow because that desire to do it has definitely died. So if you want me to get a gift card, then just to do that, or all the brand name things and stuff you write on the list. I just give it to my husband and say, hey, pick something. Left me good though. They would make sure I ate and stayed hydrated because I would be booked back 12 to 16 hours. Ooh, that's a lot of time bent over some nails. Darn. I bet they came out cool, right? Yeah, it's good people looking out for you. Definitely. Okay, Olivia. Gotta go take the kiddos to school. Shannon in the spotlight. I'll be back later. Okay, awesome. Shannon in the spotlight. Gotta look at that. Shannon in the spotlight. I like, Jaleesa, how you've caught on to a lot of these middle grades because that way you can give those recommendations to the kiddos. If y'all have kiddos, definitely don't sleep on those middle grades, okay? Get your kids involved early. And that way you can vet which books that they read too. I can't decide between my physical read, Apprentice to the Villain, or a Kindle read. I don't know which. Apprentice to the Villain sounds fun though. I will say that. Just do both. No, I vote for the physical. Let me know what you decide. Hit the like button, much appreciated. Paula says Christmas is more about the kids. Adults will get a gift, but the kiddos get spoiled. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. What we do is, it depends. I don't know. Every year we have to discuss it, but we do kind of like the is it like the white elephant type thing where you get for the adults? Kids get gifts if you're under 18. But for the adults, we have like everybody gets one gift and then we kind of pull something out of the hat or exchange it or whatnot. I don't know what we're doing this year. We'll see what happens. I would rather we just didn't do anything, but whatever. I'd rather someone think of me and want to talk with me and spend time with me. If someone gives me a gift, I love handmade items or books or something that shows they have thought of me. That's true. I don't like busy work gifts, and I also don't like filler gifts. Like I could just tell this is something that you kind of just didn't know what to give me, so you just got something. So it's just something random that sits around. I don't like that. Give me a gift card. I can always use that if you really can't think of something, that type thing. So anyway, let's get to the first sprint, and I'm going to get to working out because that's what I need to do. So I have a 45-minute geared up here. Hopefully that's enough time for this workout. I will see y'all in 45. Happy reading. Hello, hello, hello. How did that reading go? Let me turn this light on real quick. What you're hearing is my tea getting made, so bear with that for a little bit. Whew. Good workout, good workout. I enjoyed that. Had a good time with it. Not really, but it worked out. Sweating, y'all. I tell you that. Okay. All right, let's see where we left off with these comments here. Oh, so I did start during the workout. What is this book called? The oh my gosh, what is this called? The Summer I Ate the Rich. I believe this is like a YA fantasy thriller type book or whatever, or NetGalley. So I found a little bit of an audio for this. So I figured I would go ahead and start it since I could put it on the little AI NetGalley audio. Pretty interesting thus far. Trying to figure out what's going on with old girl. But very timely. Let's see where I'm at here. Sweating, y'all. Sweating, trying to cool down. Okay, so we were talking about Christmas and what people were doing for the holidays and all that stuff too, by the way, when we left off. So Olivia is going to read A Sorceress Come to Home. No, A Sorceress Come to Call for the Sibs Book Club. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Let me write your book down. Whew. A sorceress. I'm assuming this come to call is fantasy, but I could totally be wrong. Let me know. Hey, Chrissy, how are you doing, lovely lady? What's going on? How are you doing? Laura says, saying that I love buying gifts for people, but I tend to be random about it. I'm not organized enough for birthdays, but will randomly surprise people. That's always fun too. I like that. A lot. Yeah, I'm not much of a gift giver, I will say, but I'm a big ball of random as is. I get a lot of freebies throughout the year from different sources. So I tend to pass those on to my friends all the time. So most of my friends get gifts from me all the time. It's just not like hey, I bought this for you. It's more, hey, I got all these extra random things. Would you love them? Sometimes I'll pick them up intentionally for someone else, but it's free stuff. Laura says, hi, Olivia. Hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Okay, so that book seems like a popular book. The Sorceress Come to Call. Love to everybody today. Thank you very much. We definitely need that for sure. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? Getting breakfast with coffee? That sounds like a plan. I'm getting my tea together right there. Writing my to-do list for the day. May do some filming and finishing up the Crown of Gilded Bones. Crown of Gilded Bones. That definitely sounds like a fantasy. You sound like you have a full day ahead of you. So I hope that all goes well and get everything accomplished, okay? It is early yet. It is 9:31. So you got a full day ahead of you, okay? Knock it out. Hey, Stacy and Steph, getting ready for the sprint soon, but wanted to say hi and hit the like button. Much appreciated. I will definitely come by as well. Let me write this down. There we go. Hopefully you get some good reading in for the day, too. Laura, loitering. We'll be loitering as Matt has a bunch of meetings today, so need to keep on mute. I know how that is. I've been doing that a lot with people's sprints lately. I will have like 2, sometimes even 3. It depends on who's sprinting. But I'll have like 2 sprints on generally if I have my computer up. And I'll put the sprints on, right? And, I'll comment every now and then. It's just been busy. I don't have time to just like sit. Like most of the time, if I'm sitting on a sprint, it's mine. Or it's like at night, like before bed. But then that's short-lived because I'm going to be sleeping sleeping. But I'll put the computer like on the kitchen counter, and I'll comment every now and again between doing things, but and then if I'm doing business or talking or something else, then I'll put it on mute. But I'm there, but I don't know what's saying. It's just been so busy. I think come the beginning of the year, maybe it'll be a little bit less hectic. Or maybe just mid-December. It's just so chaotic. We're moving, so it's just a challenge of all the things that's going on and stuff. So pain in the buttocks. Okay, but I'm here, y'all. If I said hi, I'm probably there. I'm just around. I might not even be in the same room. I made the mistake the other day of where did I go? Did I go shopping? I went somewhere and I forgot to mute. And I came back. My husband was like, I thought somebody was in the house with me. He's like, it sounded like 2 or 3 people talking over each other, and it was the different tabs. That's funny, right? But thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. Olivia says hi to Alicia. Grace is at 85% of sunlight. Okay, making it there. You got it. 4 chapters. Okay, you're in there. Everybody says hi. Amy finished reading because of her. Okay, let me see. Mark you off a list. Okay, good to go. 4 stars. Excited to read the sequel. Going to bed because it's 12:30. Oh, you're on Nicole's time. I know you were tired. Well, thank you very much for coming by. Much appreciated. Sleep well. Okay, book done. Alicia has to cross stitch a few keychains for my friends coming into town. See them Saturday. Okay, well, at least you got some time. Today is Wednesday, so you got a few days to get her done. You are busy. It's good to be busy, though. Bookish Bowen said, I read 4 pages and took a shower and struggling to concentrate because my hands are dry and itchy and painful. Only thing that helps is coating my hands in Vaseline, then I can't hold a book. Ooh. Is that a condition or you're just dry and ashy today? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just curious. Because there are conditions like that where there's specialty creams. But you know what? Do what you got to do. Maybe you just gotta, you know what you could do? I got an idea. I don't have these things with me. I think I used them. There are these gloves you can buy. They're moisturizing gloves that actually have like a heavy cream inside of them. And there's some drier gloves too. There's different ones. You can actually mimic this very easily. Like if you want to keep with your Vaseline deal, put your hands in Vaseline. And then, those medical gloves, like the food service medical gloves, that people put their hands in to, do medical things and work on food. Get one of those and put your hands inside of that with the Vaseline. And then bam, now you can hold your book, your Kindle, or whatever else and not coat anything. And then it also provides a good treatment that doesn't come off. And you can even do this to kind of put it around and leave it on for longer for like an intensive treatment. And then when you take it off, just throw the whole thing away. Very easy way. I keep seeing things outside. I keep having somebody ride by on a bike. It's kind of freaking me out. That's why I keep looking over this way. Kiana is saying, get these kids to school. Be safe in these streets, okay? Watch your babies, okay, Kiana? Yeah, it is nice to keep busy. I agree. Keeps you entertained and keeps you productive and all that jazz. So I'm not mad at it. All right, I'm getting this timer together here. Let me see. We're going to get to the next sprint. I'm going to go and cool down from my workout. My legs are like still tight. I think I'm going to have a big salad for breakfast. Let me know if anybody else has salads for breakfast. Because who's to say salad has to be bacon and eggs? Although I am going to put some bacon on that. I'm not sure why my doctor's appointment is in 2 weeks or so. I might try that. Yeah, it just works. I don't know. There's products you can buy. Like I've had products that are like intensive hand moisturizing that they charge you $15, $20 for. But Why can't I just use a thick lotion or Vaseline with some cheap gloves? you know? But yeah, but definitely figure out what that medical ailment is for you. Okay. Okay, we got that one. Delora finished breaking free, now studying Japanese. Ooh, okay. Okay. Is that for a hobby or is that for school? Let me know. That is very interesting. That is one of the hardest languages out there. So I commend you. I'm still struggling with the English language here. Hell, I commend you. I wish I knew another language. I love salads for breakfast with some cheese and nuts. Yeah, there we go. Salads can. I feel like breakfast could be anything that you want it to be. I keep thinking I'm going to look this up, and then I have other things to do about who came up with the idea of what breakfast should be. To me, lately, I've just been trying to keep it small and simple, and eat what's in my fridge. So sometimes breakfast, quote unquote, regular breakfast items just are not where it's at. But also, I don't want a whole bunch of carbs and stuff. And I got a bunch of salads gonna go bad. So salad for breakfast, it is salad and tea. Oh yeah, let's get to this next sprint here. Make sure you give some love to the like button. I would appreciate it. Show your book some love and drink plenty of liquids. Okay. I'll see you in 45. Hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How did your sprint go there? Excuse me. So, let's see. It was a productive sprint. A lot went on in that sprint, but got a little bit more reading done in the summer. I ate the rich, trying to figure out what's going on with old girl, but very interesting thus far. And got some little, I was supposed to say lunch. So it's breakfast. And this is second cup of tea. So I call that productivity. How about yourselves? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so dealers, we were talking. Is it dealer, Delara or Dilara? Let me know if I'm saying it wrong. I hate to pronounce people's names. Um, Hearing more sounds. But we were talking about, do people eat salads for breakfast? And I was definitely saying that I do. So I'm glad that someone else agreed with me on that one. Okay, it must be the wind. Y'all, it's like something's going on around here. I'm keeping an eye on my front door. It must be the wind putting my screen door open because it definitely sounded like somebody was trying to come in. Yes, as long as you make that productive and healthy. Yes. Love Japan, and I go every year. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. So you're going to get a whole nother language up in that mix. Okay, I am all for it. I know it's definitely a difficult language to learn. So put your thinking cap on, and you can get her done there. Do you know any words or anything about it now, or are you starting from scratch? Because it's always good when you know at least something about it up front. I remember when I went to Hawaii, I saw people speaking, and I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. So very interesting. Get involved with like communities and groups that speak it like fluently. That would be a good way to also pick it up very well too. And what method are you studying? Like taking a class or just on your own? Alicia would love to brush up on some and get better with, Japan. Okay. And get better with language studies. One of my New Year's goals. That's always a good goal. I like the idea of studying another language just in practice. I don't know. I'm a bit lazy. Ain't gonna lie. Really? Wow. That's awesome, Alicia. What languages do you speak? Let us know. Bookish Bowen had lasagna for breakfast before I was at work and the container broke. You know what? Do what you gotta do. It's food, you know? People have breakfast for dinner all the time. So why not have dinner for breakfast? Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's cool. Which I know, right? Which ones, Alicia? What do you speak? Let us know. I feel like a slacker here. Hey, Stephanie. Breakfast foods makes me sick if I eat them in the morning. So I prefer to do like lunch type food. And if I'm in the mood for breakfast, I'll make it for dinner. There you go. See, breakfast or dinner. Yes. I feel like a lot of breakfast food tend to be super protein heavy, like eggs and bacon, right? Or they tend to be carb laden. It's like those two opposites, like pancakes and waffles and tons of syrups and things like that, like over sweetness of sugar and carbs or fats and proteins together. I feel like there's not really much in between. You don't hear people talking about breakfast or fruits for breakfast, you know. No, I'm sorry, I'm saying things wrong. Let me calm down, y'all. I got too many things in my brain I got to do. I was making a whole list of something I got to do. I don't want to do. You don't hear a lot of people talking about vegetables for breakfast. Fruits, yeah, every now and then, but I don't even hear a lot of people even center on fruits. But, you know, and that's nature's candy, but it does fall in the carb category, but it's a good one there. So, but I can't just have fruit for breakfast. If I do, then it tends to just, it doesn't sit well with my stomach. I got to have something more of substance in there. I think it's because it's just mostly water up in there. But whatever you determine to be delicious and you have available, there you go. Okay. Nobody's going to do anything to you. Cassia, good morning. How are you doing? I'm so sad today I can barely breathe. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it politics or are you sick? Because the first one, I understand. We have definitely talked about that. The second one, definitely go to the doctor if you're not feeling that good, okay? Editing sprint, that's a good one. That's a good one. Nothing wrong with that. 95%. You're so close, Grace. You got this. You got this. Keep going. You can read while we're talking. We're going to do one last 20-minute sprint, mind you, by the way, after this. Okay. Actually, let me cue this up now. We're going to do one last 20-minute sprint and then get out of here. So y'all have a little bit of time to get a little bit of reading done and finish up, and then we'll go to the next thing. 22 pages of Apprentice to the Villain, short chapters, but small text. Don't you hate that? I don't like all them little small text, y'all. Need to preserve my eyes. Alicia got the dishes loaded, dishwasher started, and starting putting laundry away. Okay, that is productivity. I'm liking all of that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just looking on the little sprint spreadsheet here. Give me a minute here. Yep, it's loading. It's loading. Let it finish load. I'm trying to see who sprints next so I can let y'all know. Okay. I wish school systems mandated that students learn secular languages. I believe, unless things have changed from my time, that schools, at least in America, do mandate that you have to take another language. Now, do you need to be proficient at it? That's a negative. But I do think you're required to take it. By the way, y'all, let me go ahead. Do I have a link? The next person that's going to be sprinting is Virtues of Books. That is Dee Dee. I am going to copy your channel here. No, hold up. Hopefully I copied the right one. I don't think I copied myself. Actually, you know what? I think... what did I do? Hold on. Sorry, I did something that's not good. There we go. Somehow I got rid of my chats. How did I do that? How did I do that? I have no idea how I somehow did that. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Next, NetGalley sprint. I can't spell today, y'all. I'm trying to type, and there is with NetGalley, Restream. Hopefully that did it. With Restream, there's, okay, I think that worked. There's a little icon in the middle of where I'm typing, so I can't see myself. Anyway, there's that one. Where are we at here? Where did my cursor go? Okay, here we go. Restream is doing some crazy stuff here. You can't see it, but I can't see where my comments ended. So I just found this one. So I think that's where we're at. Okay, so Alicia knows English, American Sign Language, Spanish, and German. Ooh, all good languages. I met somebody yesterday that knows some German. Interesting. I know a little bit of Spanish, not a lot, just a little. And that's about it. But those are all good things to know. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Do you regularly get a chance to speak any of those languages? Probably Spanish. You probably live in an area where you have a lot of Spanish and English. Spanish seems to be very prevalent around America. But what about German and sign language? I know there's pockets of different nationalities and ethnicities in certain areas. So you may have like a community that you have like a lot of German or whatever, you know. So let me know if you get to speak any of those more frequently than just passing. Lived in Germany, sign language from my mom, who's hard of hearing, and Spanish because college said ASL didn't count. That is so not true. Well, you know what? At least you got to learn something new, right? I completely agree. ASL should count, definitely. Okay. I think you need to. That would not have been a thing if you had people that were maybe hearing impaired that were on that board or whatnot. You know, sometimes you have to have people. When people say representation does not matter, it totally does, because representation is how you get things done. You get more towards a semblance of equality, which we're definitely not equal. I'm gonna tell you that. I'll be honest about equality is a complete myth, but you get at least closer to that. But if you don't have representation and someone really fighting, because the first, second, third ask is still not going to get it done. It has to be something drastic to make change happens for people that are very much interested in the status quo, hence politics, but we're going to get away from that. But, you know, if somebody was on that board making a stink, you probably have a whole different outcome. And maybe in the future it would be, you know. Something read and write. Yeah. Okay. Tell that to hearing impaired. But I'm glad you got all of those language up under your belt. That's cool. Hello, Miss Virtues of Books. This is our lovely gal Friday, or our gal Wednesday. Virtues of Books, who is next, unless I'm totally mistaken, let me know. On the Sprint spreadsheet is what I'm looking at, where you're at 11 o'clock. So we're going to do a small sprint and then get out of here. Okay. I'm going to write, hopefully I can get 800 words. There you go. I'm going to wish it into fruition for you. Oh, well, there's a lot of YouTubers who are pushing awful fruits only diet. Nah, I'm not with that. Just nah. That's a recipe for disaster. Too much of any one thing is a bad thing in all aspects. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that. Fruitarians. There's also the one with the raw diet. I don't get it. British Sign Language can be used to meet the second language requirement. Well, you already know America's jacked up. Come on now. Let's be real. This is for Ms. Dee Dee. I don't have the exact link, but this is her channel. If you click on it, it'll take you right to the sprint, okay? Fascinated the differences between ASL and BSL. Yeah, I never even thought of it, really. English as a base language. Interesting. Okay. Learn something new every day, right? Freely the banana girl eating this. Girl, people be, y'all take everything you see when people trying to get you to buy into something with a grain of salt. Okay. I feel like sometimes YouTube and social media in general is a big buy this for every buy into this type thing. Think for yourself before you decide to do only bananas as a meal and as your life choices. I only regret to use Spanish because the kids are learning it in school. Yeah. I wanted to learn French, and I was in it for like a week or two, and then they took me out of it because of a schedule conflict. So that is how I wound up taking a few years of Spanish, but I was disappointed. Turkish, English, and Hebrew, and semi-fluent in Japanese. Ooh, okay. Oh, going with your bad self. Okay. How often do you get to use all of those? Let me know. Not reading an art, but true crime book called Mindhunter. Ooh, okay. What's going on with Mindhunter? I like a good true crime. I like watch shows about true crime very often. Stacy and Steph are also sprinting. There we go. There we go. I love to learn sign language. I feel like I'm missing out on a whole bunch of cool people I could be friends with. That's true. But you know what? If it's meant to be, you will somehow bridge that gap. So don't worry about it. I'm starting to spend 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, y'all. So we're going to do, I don't want to overlap too much, but I got a little bit of a sprint in me. So we are going to do if I can get this timer right, we're going to do like a 15-minute sprint here and talk a little bit and then get out and then go support Miss Dee Dee and Stacy and Steph and all these folks, okay? Okay, so next NetGalley sprint will be on Virtues of Books, this lady's channel. Okay, y'all, 15 minutes. Make it count, make it count. Happy reading. Hello, 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 everybody. How was the last sprint? Hope all went well with that sprint. Um, did not read, but I did. I'm trying to inventory, do some things in my house or whatever. But I did that. Gonna go take a shower in a bit. So that was that. We're talking about learning another language and how beneficial that would be, especially if you're encountering populations that speak that language, gives you some practice or whatnot, keeps it all fresh or whatever. We were also discussing that Dee Dee will be sprinting in, as of now, 7 minutes. So we ended in good timing. So if you click on the link right there, hopefully it is a hyperlink, looks like it from here, then you can go and check out directly to the link for her channel and for the sprint. Okay, good time. That'll definitely be where I'm going to be nesting for the day, although I'll, be looking around some different things. So that is it. I think I got total about let me calculate it, maybe 3 chapters into my new book today, and should be a fun time. Ethereal Fantasy. I love, by the way, your channel name. I forgot to say that earlier. Finishing up the chores. Okay, that works. We all have those. Life is a chore. Got to do it. Well, I thank y'all all for joining me on this Wednesday morning, and don't normally sprint around this time, so good time. Thank you for joining. Good time. Hopefully you got some good reading in. Make sure you continue to read those arcs for NetGalley November. You have a whole lot of November left, so it should be a good time. Okay. There you go, Olivia. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and go take a shower and all that stuff. But hope to see you around BookTube, and hopefully see you around Virtues and